2022 has been absolutely crazy. Everything from my family and I buying a property, to me personally buying a property, to me traveling the world a couple of times, to me meeting the love of my life. A lot of things happened in 2022. So we're actually going to break down a couple of those things. Maybe not the personal one that much, but when it comes to real estate, let's see what happened in 2022 and everything that's coming up. So stay tuned. In this video, not only I wanted to provide an update on my real estate journey, which I started recording about 2 years ago on this channel, but also to summarize some of the key takeaways that I've learned this year. Before I keep going, if you guys don't mind dropping a like under this video to support the channel, I really do appreciate it. I'm very happy to be back, and drop a like and subscribe because you don't want to miss everything that's coming out on this channel. Let's start about some stuff that you guys might already know. My family and I have bought a multi-family property, and that was our first property that we actually bought. And even though it was funded by my family, I was put into position to be the landlord, put into position to take care of the maintenance completely, find tenants, and do everything that technically a property management company would do for you. So during the first 2-3 months of living there, I had to learn quickly how to renovate properties. And when it comes to renovations, I mean, pretty much anything that you can think that needs to be done around the property, I had to understand how plumbing works, how electric works, how you can drywall, everything that you can think of, I had to learn really quick. The big thing, I used to be the guy that would tell everyone, oh, I don't even know how to put a nail on the wall. I can probably say that I probably can do a little more than that now. So let me tell you a little bit more about this property. So it's a 1920s frame house. For some people, 1920 frame house, they don't really know what I'm trying to say by that. And some people know exactly what I'm talking about. If you ever dealt with a 1920s frame house, the bones of the property are absolutely fantastic. They don't use wood that they use on those properties nowadays. So the property is actually very solid. However, all the other little things on the property are actually something that may come out that you may have to repair them. Wood is very interesting because it is not that expensive to buy and repair, and you can do it technically yourself. However, there is a lot of maintenance that needs to be done. So 1920s houses that are frame houses, that's something to be careful about, because if this wasn't a great of a purchase, because I truly believe the property that we bought was absolutely fantastic area, fantastic location. There's so much to that property that I know that even if we had to do some repairs, we would not lose on it at all. It is something to be ready for if you ever do decide to buy in 1920s, early 1900s frame houses. They are done well, but they do require more maintenance. I think my family had a lot of belief in me and how I was gonna handle it, because truly I didn't know what I was doing, but I have this weird thing that happens to me almost every time I take on anything that I do in life, is that I truly believe that I'm gonna be the best at it, and I'm always gonna succeed, and I'm gonna do very well, which is a good and a bad. And in this situation, it worked out well, because if I didn't feel like I could have done it, I would have not taken the project. But also it did hurt me because a lot of times I did fail in a lot of things that we're trying to repair inside the house. I failed them at the beginning until I learned how to do them right. But that frustrated me a lot. So we painted one unit, remodeled it, moved into that unit. After moving in, 2 months later, 2 other tenants that were from 2 other units decided to move out, which was a little bit unexpected because we had a condition with them that I would let them stay another 6 to 8 months after moving into the property. And they were fine with it and they wanted it. But I guess they found something else that they just wanted to move out already and kind of move on to different things, which I do understand, but it wasn't expected for me. Not only we had to remodel the property, but we also had to find tenants for the property. Remodeling is its own beast. Finding tenants, completely different. I would say finding the tenants is not as difficult, especially if you have a good property and you have good price on your property, or you price it correctly, or what the market is technically supposed to be. We found tenants pretty quickly. It took us about 2 weeks for downstairs to find tenants. So we really had to figure out as we go, how do you rent to tenants, and how does it work to be a landlord? And I feel like since I became an entrepreneur, I've realized that a lot of things that you do in business is actually ends up being that way. I've seen a lot of people, and people that reach out to me through my course and through my Instagram, is that, hey, I want to be a real estate wholesaler. How do I do this? How do I do that? And a lot of questions they ask is questions that you will figure it out as long as you start. The problem is people want to know the answers to every single question before they start, and that's not how it works. If you sit there and think about how what can go wrong, everything that needs to be done, this and that, yes, you need to be educated, but don't overthink it. You have to know enough, but not, you don't have to think that you need to know everything. And I think that's the biggest thing. Know enough. It's okay if you don't know everything right now, because you will figure it out as the time goes by. And then I can go in a lot of repairs that we had to do on that house and a lot of things that I've learned about frame houses. So if you guys want another video just about that, talking about repairs, things that I've learned when it comes to remodeling, painting and stuff like that, leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to make that video, to drop some knowledge that I've learned over the past 8 months. And during the time of renovations on that property, while we were living there, my girlfriend and I actually found the property that we wanted to buy ourselves. And this is exactly what I'm recording now. This is a new studio, which I'm really excited. So the property that we ended up buying is actually a duplex that we live in one of the units right now, and we just rented the other one as well. We're very happy how it worked out. It's an off-market deal. Our VA found it, and we were able to contact the seller, and over the course couple months we were able to close on this deal. It is a much bigger space than we had before, so we're super excited. But besides the fact that we're excited about the space, I also have my own office, which is I'm really excited for. However, this house also was not without issues. One of the units had a tenant living in there, and the other units was the owner of the house, the previous owner. The part that tenant was living in, she used to smoke inside the house, she was really dirty, and she was not keeping up with the property at all. And here's what happens, and it happens so often with landlords that I deal with when it comes to multifamily properties. People buy a multifamily property, then they just stop caring for that multifamily property. I don't know, it's because they think it's too much money, they don't have money, or they just don't care. I don't know. Why would you not care about something you purchased that is that expensive? But they just let it go. And here's what people do. They go, okay, my tenant is paying me, right? So they're paying me on time, and I don't care that it's $800 to $900 and sometimes over $1,000 under market value. I don't care about that. I don't care that they are smoking inside the property, destroying the property from inside by being very dirty, bringing rodents, bringing roaches and everything like that. I don't care about that. At least they're paying. On the first of the month, I have my $1,000 and I'm very excited. It is absolutely ridiculous to me that some people do approach real estate that way. And I think that I don't understand that. I never will. And I feel like I don't like their approach, and we take completely different approach when it comes to multifamily properties. We'll put a lot of money and time and effort into properties that we do end up renting out, and we care about those properties. And a lot of times it does pay off. When you take care of a property that you're rented out and you put a lot of time and effort into it, you will most likely get a tenant, especially after you screen them and talk to them personally and everything like that. You will get a tenant that probably cares about the property as well. Because I'll tell you this, I guarantee you 100%, if you don't care about the property, don't put money and effort into it, and when somebody comes into your property, they don't see that you care about it, you can a lot of times tell if somebody cares about the property or not. You're guaranteed that if you don't care about your property, you will for sure get a person that also will not. You are guaranteed that. I truly believe that. Either way, so we made sure that we remodeled that whole property. We did a gut renovations on that property. It was a lot of work, and it was very time consuming. For almost 2 months, my girlfriend and I were doing renovations ourselves. At one point, I realized that I can't do things myself. I can't do everything myself, not because I can't physically do them, but it just gets to me. It's very exhausting, and I haven't been able to concentrate on other things in life that I do like to do. And that's one thing that I have realized, that yes, it's fantastic that I was able to learn so many things from the process that has happened over the past 6 to 8 months. However, I do believe that you need to find balance. Sometimes in life, imbalance could be necessary. And what I mean by that is that if you, let's say there's 5 aspects to life, I don't know, work, relationship, you have life purpose, health, self-education. Route from the future here. I'm not really sure what I meant by self-education. I meant self-improvement. All those things are a separate thing in life. However, sometimes in life, you will require to just concentrate on 1 or 2 things if you're trying to achieve or do great things in that aspect of your life. So for example, with the past 2-3 months, I was able to concentrate so much onto building this home and making this a home for both of us, for my girlfriend and I. We were able to do that in such a short period of time. With this property totally being over 2,000 square feet, to fully remodel it within a month and a half, 2 months, was absolutely crazy, especially because it was mostly 2 of us. If we were trying to stay balanced, we would not be able to do it. And that's a big thing. Sometimes great things require unbalance. However, you do need to learn how to get back into balance of life after you're done with those things. So overall, I do truly believe that we've learned a lot over the past 8 months when it comes to real estate. And during this time, over the past 2 months, I wasn't really concentrating on my wholesaling business. And even though my virtual assistants still are calling and getting deals, I haven't been able to be present to get them under contract and to sell them. And right now I'm back at it. Actually, day before yesterday, I fully started working. They started calling new leads and etc., new phone numbers. And I actually already have a deal on the contract that I'm going to try and sell within the next week or two. 2020, 2021, 2022 has been every single year something has happened that would change my life forever. This year, the plan is to take the wholesaling business to another level. However, on top of that, I'm also going to be doing other things like purchasing more properties, multifamily properties, and doing other things that I'm going to be recording on this channel. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, click the notification button to not miss any videos. All of these videos are going to be very, very interesting. There's going to be a lot of things happening. If you guys want some more detailed information of how the remodel has happened, a more breakdown of everything that was changed and the money that was put into it, if you want breakdown of these deals, please leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to share numbers so you can understand how much things cost, how to estimate your deals, because not only I got to learn how to remodel properties, but now as a wholesaler, when I go to see a property, I have more knowledge how much things take, how long do they take, and what can you do to repair them maybe more cost efficiently or faster. So those are very important skills that you do learn, and I'm willing to share it with you guys. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and as always guys, peace.